Okay, I've been meaning to do a tour of my van for quite a while. I've just kind of been conflicted on how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to get enough lighting, if I'm going to hold the camera myself or have someone else help. And so I'm just holding it myself, obviously, and I have this little light here to kind of light. The doors are open also, and I should be, with my headlamp, I should be good to go. But the first thing here is something I really like. Let me start out though. Adrian Still is who made this. Commercial Van Interiors. I did this. They're great. They're located in DFW, but they do all kinds of van work. They mainly do larger companies who have a lot of vans. I was an individual. I have to give them a heads up because they were very helpful, and it was just one person going in to buy stuff. So I got to give them a big thumbs up on that. They treated me like like I had 10 vans. But this is the little reach-in bin I have here, and this is one of the things I really like because I can just reach in, grab stuff. Of course, these are I guess what you'd call modular bins. I have them all labeled, staple, seal tight, grounding. Haven't fully finished labeling everything, but every one of these is full. Electricians will kind of what a lot of this is. This is mainly for electricians. You can see little compression fittings and stuff like that. And then my small hand tools right here. I use those the most. The Milwaukee M12 stuff. I love. It's light, reliable, and pretty inexpensive. And then I have for my bigger stuff, Hilti. And love Hilti stuff and using it really since I started my business. So durable, so it's powerful. They really back their stuff up as far as their service and everything. In here I have this is what this is a little impact driver for concrete drill. It takes the SDS bits, which are great. It's one of the main reasons you get Hilti too, is for concrete work. And little Hilti vac here is really awesome. You can hear it there. It's really potent there. But down here you can see I have my Romex. I'm primarily just residential electrician, so have like a 14.2, 12.2, and 14.3. There you go. And jumper cables. You never know. Gonna need those. Little wire nuts here. Different sizes. I'm primarily going to the push-in nuts here lately. I really like those better, but keep those there. Radio, of course. That's the most important probably tool in this entire van, to be honest with you, is that radio. And Bluetooth to it, and the tuner is actually pretty good too on it. And of course, I got a Hilti circular saw. Then I have a little grinder back there with a diamond blade on it. Sorry, should have had this ready, but so I keep this. This is a lifesaver, and this is a diamond blade, and so I don't use it often, but when you do have to cut the countertops, the ceramic tiles or something like that, it goes through them like butter. So I have that, maybe use it a couple times a month, but when you need it, it's great. But and I have all my these are my just different testers and so forth that I keep here. Plastic case here. I actually have a small solder iron, and keep kind of all those right there. And I have little padded stuff here underneath too, to help kind of with the sensitive stuff and breakers. And I keep all the different assortments of breakers here. Like I have the Siemens here. These are actually square D in a CH box. So I just that keeps them all organized here by the different breakers. This is important. You don't want these sliding around on each other. They can easily get damaged. So keeping them actually tight in these boxes helps those. And so this would be fish tapes. These are weird bit container, you know, just my long auger bits and stuff like that when I'm doing a new construction or something like that. Got to drill main holes. And of course, slug buster, knockout punch set, Greenlee knockout set right there. And let's see here, and then fish tapes. Just all kinds of exciting electrical stuff, and of course cable cutters. I really prefer these over ratcheting. And then my torque wrench, you know, it's everything. Little fish rods here, the little short ones you can screw together. And that's kind of it for that side. And I'm kind of walking over stuff here, but I should have prepared better. But so then you have this little tape. I keep note, just miscellaneous stuff in these two bins. You know, here got to have it'll. Oh my gosh, what do you call those? Brain went dead. They're just like, you got to have them when you're putting panels in. Shims. Gosh, shims, of course. You know, foil tape, blue tape. Got to always have blue tape. Extra, just my regular electrical tape. Keep the little ear protection, eye protection, critical. Glue gun. Yeah, I got a glue gun. You got to have it. Never know when you're going to need that. So, but then this is all electrical dork type stuff. Just 4x4 covers. I have like an assortment of mud rings here. And then these are some real organized. That should be with the mud rings. But and here it's just different weatherproof covers, and these are some light boxes here. And then I keep the little power whips for appliances right here. Try to buy the little heavy duty ones. I really like trying to buy the heavier wires for those. And then these are conduits, little standoffs, and other little straps. These are larger ones that I can't keep in my little blue bins I keep here. And these are just larger fittings here. This is like miscellaneous service stuff. So when you're doing a service, having like extra hubs or something, you just never really know. Stainless steel screw there. Larger fittings. These are my larger compression fittings. LBs, just an assortment of different LBs, and then a little assortment of nipples. Usually these are mainly 2-inch nipples for services. So when you're doing a service, you always have to have an odd combination. So I recommend always keep an assortment of those, because when you're doing a service changeover, it's real difficult to go, you know, run and get parts when you're doing that. So underneath here, this is drop cloths and heavy duty coveralls. Love these for crawl spaces. I don't use them in attics, just crawl spaces. They really help, especially some of the ones I'm in. Booty, like, gotta have the booties. Nail guards. I keep hearing this little thing, but this is just my assortment of hole saws. This is for what I can't get, you know, with the little slug buster knockout set over there. Obviously some of the stuff was going to be wood too, and then weatherproof covers, handy covers. I think they call these battleships, but they just hold metal boxes in, mainly for commercial stuff. And then have just assortment of like Azul in there, you know, just 4/0 covers, 4 square covers, 4 and 11/16 covers, and you know, just all the, you know, handy covers, like you know, those. Just keep all that there. Over here you have that is it's a fan box. It's a existing remodel box. You got to always have one of those. That one was a really heavy duty one. I think it's a Commercial Electric Home Depot brand. But then I have all my weatherproof boxes here, just an assortment. I really prefer these unused covers. If I always can get the metal ones too. And a Tamac, love Tamac. If I can buy Tamac, that's what I get. Those are great. Sometimes customers prefer the plastic ones, but I don't. And then if I slide this here, so it gets kind of tight in here. I'm going to try to back up. So this little bin that I have in the middle, I keep all my plastic boxes, an assortment. And I normally, believe it or not, have all these really nicely lined up. But then under that, I'll keep this up against here. And then for ground rods, I have this fence post driver. That works great for ground rods. Absolutely love it. Usually don't even use my demo hammer anymore for ground rods. I just use that. Then my I call it the baby sledgehammer. You gotta have that to kind of try to finish up the ground rods. I don't have hand-eye coordination, so I can't use long ones. I have to have these little short hammers, and then regular hammer, and of course the jaws of life. Every electrician has to have the giant channel brand channel locks. So, and then this has to do, I just slide that over, like that, and I'm going to try to, I told you this is not going to be easy. Okay, so, then over here I have plate covers on the other side. This is on the upper left side. I have just the big, you know, white covers, Decora covers, standard outlet covers, GFIs, an assortment, 4 packs. This is like your 20 amp GFI. I always like to have the weather resistant ones, 2 on here. An assortment of odd switches and plates. I always have 1 or 2 the recessed for TVs, and then other, you know, triple, double switches there, and excuse me, the dryer plugs, and oven plugs, the big ones, keep here. Then the stainless covers, just the assortment of those there. Paint, touch-up paint, mainly bronze and silver. This, if I ever have to do it, kind of matches the silver electrical color. I think that Rust-Oleum satin is best, that gray. And these are just miscellaneous tools in this bin. I think the top one has all my the little small, all my small wrenches there, Allen wrenches. See, I just went braid dead there. I was trying to think, what are those called? Alex wrenches? Alfred wrenches? No. Allen wrenches. Okay. So, okay. But, of course, you know, I have those assortments. Crimpers. But I actually keep those in my bag now, too. So I actually have 2 of those. These are just more extra tools. Smaller channel locks. You know, and so forth. Oh yeah, this little cat's claw. That's great. If you have to remove small trim sometimes, or just any kind of nails or something like that, that's a very handy tool. And then photocells I have here, and wall charger outlets. Sometimes, you know, customers want those. Just this is the photocell I only really will use This is a Torque 2191A. That is a bulletproof photocell. And of course, dimmers. I don't have very good selection right now. I normally have, you know, about a half dozen of those. Ivory covers. I don't go through a lot of ivory stuff. So some of the stuff I have there is older. There'll be there's some light almond, which any experienced electrician will go mad sometimes with the almond and light almond. So sometimes you think you got it right. It's like, it's not. It's totally different from ivory. So, and these are other, you know, white regular switch outlets. And I'm gonna try to back up here. I told you this would not be easy. So this is my outlets here, switches. Like we're just standard switches here, and then behind it, Decora switches. You can kind of see, and I kind of keep those. I'm going to try to back up. You can kind of see here, all together. So what I can also come in, reach in. I can reach these and these, which is primarily the thing I use the most. So that's kind of my objective. And then I have these two gray little Rubbermaid bends that I keep fix-a-flat. Always got to have fix-a-flat. Again, wire lube, naphtha. Naphtha is pretty good. I like it because it's not too hard on plastics on things. And of course, paint thinner. I always have paint thinner. And lightweight spackle. Love lightweight spackle. You know, if you can get some of that, if you have like drywall that's chipped or something, that you can really make that look good, and everything looks a lot better. So, and then here, I love this CRC caulk right here. I get this at the supply house, and it's you don't have to pump it. It's already a pre-pressurized. It just comes right out, and it's really good quality silicone. Then I just have like miscellaneous. I always have this is a combination of distilled water and vinegar. So I use that to clean stuff and so forth. But if you use distilled water, it won't spot, especially if you're, you know, cleaning stuff or cleaning glass. You can actually use that on glass. That would be another pro tool or tip. Was have your bottle of rubbing alcohol and distilled water, and I do maybe 50-50 on that. But I always have these little green pads, and then you always have to have the rubber gloves for foam, because it always gets messy. So anytime you have to foam around anything, here I got there's a can here, here's another can of the fire block. Always get the fire block rated foam, but I always put the gloves on because I'll always get it on my hands, and so you always get these little black disposable gloves before you put on any of the foam. And then WD-40 bug spray, dielectric grease. I actually like this. This is another thing, CRC, and it's just like the other. It's you call it like a pressurized deal, so you don't have to pump them or anything. And then Finish Line. I love this brand lubricant. Anything that needs lubricated, I love this. This is bike lubricant. Get this at bike stores. Finish Line brand. It's great lubricant. You can use it on anything. You know, cars, obviously, but anything electrical. Little hinges for electrical panels, stuff like that. It's great, and it hangs around. Well, I say it hangs around. It doesn't. It stays in place a lot better than most. And then over from here, these bends. This is just a large junction box I have there, but I always have my little fan right here. I love the Stanley fan. It's a lifesaver, especially in Texas. I use that all the time. And then I'll kind of have just conduits laying out here in the floor. I'm going to pause it for a minute. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm standing behind the van, and this is another thing for if you're an electrician planning these vans. I'm standing on the ground right now and can reach like all these plates, all these plugs, all these little these two bends. I'm 5'8", I'm not real tall, so you know, that's easy for me. And then of course this is a standard with a lot of outfits, is a little wire rack. This is really handy, you know, to just spool out wire just to keep it there. You know, I don't use it as, you know, the wire like this as much, primarily in residential, but I always have like I have a roll of like the 10 stranded, and then the 10 stranded green, and then always have a roll of green 14 solid. Love to have this because I use this on all my ground whips. It's small, other than 12 gauge and like the you know, the bare ground, it won't tend to short out against stuff when you're folding in wires. And then I usually have like a little selection of unistrut here. You know, you got, if you do you know, service, you always got to have the little strut support or anything like that. So there's numerous other things. And I'll seal tight. I have that right over here. Where, you know, 1/2 inch. Have a little, you know, 3/4 inch. And have a piece of 1.5 inch seal tight. I usually don't have that, but I just finished on a job. And so hopefully it's still making sense here. And then on the other side, and I keep a lot of my metal boxes in this here. Not my weatherproof boxes, but my indoor boxes, extension ring, pancake boxes, 4-square, and and you know, little gangable steel boxes. And this is a little milk crate in back. I think I've had this milk crate since college. Yeah, I probably have actually. It never dies, but I can put all my PVC fittings in here. Yeah, buried under here. Like all the small fittings. This will probably be another pro tip thing. So I keep all my small 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch fittings in a 1 gallon baggie, and it keeps them from all going down at the bottom. That would be a, you know, pro tip on that. So that, and also, you know, having to take this bin and pour it out, you know, every day gets maddening. Then over here I just have my contractor bags, and an assortment of extension cords. I got this new extension cord. It's a 10-3, really heavy gauge. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I can put this new. This would be kind of a dorky electrical thing. This is Legrand. Yeah, Legrand end cap. It's really heavy duty. Has that cover on it. Yeah, I love the good little ends like that. Legrand makes really good ones. Hubble is another one if you need doing extension cord ends that make really good quality stuff. So, but this is it from the back. And I'm a little light hanging there, trying to hope this wasn't too confusing. But this is mainly for anybody, but also you know, electricians or someone getting started. You know, this is hopefully will be helpful. I picked this van. I'll go to the side here. Hope the sun's not smacking it. This is a Chevy 2500 van, red. The inconspicuous red color. I like to not blend in, you know. But I picked it because I can run it through car wash. I'm not real tall. I'm not 5'8", so squatting in this for me was not a big deal. And so being 5'8", that wasn't an issue as far as getting a raised van. Chevy didn't really make raised ones. You know, if you're doing that, you get the Transit, you know, or the Dodge. But I like the low one like this. It's convenient. Also, I like to run it through car washes. anything taller than this, you can't run through a traditional car wash, and you have to clean by hand. So, but that is it. Also, too, I'll do a video on my power inverter. That's kind of a little tease there, as if anybody cares, but any dorks out there that want to know how to wire up a 5,000 watt inverter in their van, that's coming. If this is something that interests you on the van, I'm going to have other videos about what I use for sound deadening and how I went about doing that, stereo pre-wire, and how I did my wheels on the vehicle. This is kind of stuff that interests you. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.